Quorum. Should we start or should we? Oh, there's my answer. Okay, looks like we are live streaming now. So I want to welcome everybody to our and open our meeting for our Special Facilities Committee meeting for January 4th, 2024. Want to wish everybody a Happy New Year. Hope you had a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, and great holiday season. Time to get back to work now, and I appreciate everybody being here and being on our committee. I think it's the first city council actually committee, not advisory committee, to meet this year. So so excited to get the new year rolling here. So
and uniquely, Mr. Chairman, it's my first and my last.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, Mr. Mayor, we want to thank you for all your work toward special facilities and toward everything you did. So thank you so much for all of your great work. We really appreciate it. So thank you. And if we would, let's just start with a moment of silence, if you would, please. Amen. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to call on Romaine Hayward, our Special Facilities Director, for our Special Facilities Update.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
I'm sorry, Council Member Shealy, we have to approve minutes, please.
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm sorry. I appreciate that. I did skip that. We've got minutes from the October 5th, 2023 October 5th, 2023 meeting, which Councilman Bowden actually kind of chaired that one. But can I get a motion to approve those minutes, please?
So
Move
moved.
for approval. Second.
Okay, got a motion to approve in a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes have been approved. Thank you. Okay, now we'll move on to our special facilities update. Ms. Romaine, please.
Okay. Thanks everybody again for coming, and Happy New Year. And Mayor, I'm going to miss you when you go. I mean, I almost cried with you this morning, but anyway, we're going to move on with that.
Thank you, Romaine. Appreciate it.
We are going to start with the old Exchange building. And we're going to start with we don't have Tony Yeoman today, but he did send me a report. So we're going to start with his report for the Charleston Tea Party. And if you didn't know, there was a lesser known little tea party here in Charleston in 1773. It was a couple of weeks before the Boston Tea Party. And on December 2nd, the Old Exchange held a reenactment of the events. And they put on a skit and everything, and it was very well attended. They were hoping for about 100 to 150 people. They ended up with about 550 people. The staff at the Old Exchange put together the whole play and the idea, although they did have some partners working with them, the Powder Magazine, the South Carolina Historical Society, Oliver Bluff Tea Company, and all of these groups are going to continue to do quarterly reenactments leading up to the 250th birthday party coming up in 2026. So they're trying to build, of course, it's not going to be the Tea Party, but they're trying to build excitement for the party. And I think because it was so well attended and it was so well done, I think that it's only going to get better from there. I think Councilman Shealy was there. Tony told me he had a nice conversation with him, and Councilman Shealy told me that he really enjoyed the event, and he also thought it was well done. They're still working with some HVAC kinks over there. The system shut down a couple of times in December, but Johnson Control came over and worked it out. It didn't cause them to close the building for any time, which was great. The building did close on December 17th as a precaution because of the big flood we had. The big storm that came through, there was no damage done to the building, no flooding, which was great. I don't know if I told you in October, an employee from the Old Exchange, Marshall Willis, donated a kidney to a family member back in October, and he's now back at work and feeling great. The city entered into a 3-year management agreement with the Daughters of Confederacy and the state instead of doing it yearly. I want to thank council for getting that approved. And even though the CVB is reporting more visitors this year, most of the sites on the peninsula are not seeing the visitors. Last year, the Old Exchange hosted 87,000 visitors. This year, they hosted 82,000 for 22. So not, well, not a huge difference, but enough to make a dent. And it was pretty much the same thing for the Old Slave Mart. In 2022, they hosted 89,000, and in 2023 they hosted 78, almost 79,000. So about 10,000 down for that. And they think there's no method or science behind it, but we think it's because the IAM opened and everybody was just trying to get over there and kind of brushing off the other spots. We also, Miss Christine is an employee at the Old Slave Mart, and she is a wealth of knowledge. She takes tours through the building maybe twice a week, and everybody always raves about Miss Christine tours. She wrote a book. She has a self-published book now, and they are also selling it at the Old Exchange and the Slave Mart. And I am told that it is hard to keep it in stock. So if anybody's interested in trying to get that. The Maritime Center, everything is moving on like it should. It had a little, well, it had some damage during the big storm, just about every storm, but everything has been repaired and back to normal. Matt and the legal department are working on trying to ratify the contract we have with, oh, tell me the name of the boat, the Spirit of Charleston.
Spirit of South Carolina.
Spirit of South Carolina. Thank you. So that's in progress, and hopefully we'll have something to report on that on the next meeting. The Dock Street Theater, our lighting project, the LED lighting, the lights are, the equipment is slowly coming in, and they told us it was going to be a while before everything comes in just because of how shipping and everything's backed up. So far we got probably 20 lights, and they tell us we will have everything between May and June, which is Spoleto time for us, but Spoleto is so excited, and they said whatever comes in when they're there, they're willing to help install them because they want it done. So that's kind of a perfect timing for everything to come in. We're excited about that. The Dock Street was open on December 17th, even though we had a bad storm. Charleston Stage had a show that was sold out, and they got a lot of letters about people saying this was the only time they could come see it, and they didn't want them to cancel. So they offered the people who wanted their money back. This house holds 450. They refunded about 42 tickets, and almost everybody else showed up in that weather, which was wild. Most of Charleston Stage staff came in to help us work the show because a lot of our ushers couldn't make it in the rain, but there was no damage from the event. Everything went off great. I don't know if we would do that again, but we let them go because that storm was a little not as small as we thought it was going to be. So next time we'll probably take a little bit more precaution. The Angel Oak, their numbers for the 2020 was 430,000 in the year of 2022. 2023, they did see a rise. They had 468,000. And everything's, there's, with a lot of people there, there's just always something happening at the tree. But basically, that's it for our department. If Matt Froelich wants to add anything. Are you there?
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Great. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that update, Miss Hayward. And
You're welcome.
yeah. And you said, so there was a little bit of damage to the Maritime Center, but other than that, we didn't see any damage to facilities, I get to special facilities.
No, none of the road to the Angel Oak, because it's a dirt road, it was had a lot of potholes, but I think we reported it, and I don't think they came out to fix it until about Tuesday afternoon. So probably a couple of days it was kind of rough getting to the Angel Oak, but they did eventually fill in the yeah, nobody had damage except the Maritime Center.
Okay, well, that's good news. That's
Yes.
good news. Very good. All right. Any questions for Miss Hayward from anyone? She mentioned that I was there at the 250th anniversary of the Charleston Tea Party, and I'll tell you, it was a great event. The people that our staff that were participating in that were incredible. I mean, I felt like I had stepped back in time and was really part of something going on in the past. It was exciting. It was incredible. It was a great job. So I really appreciate all their efforts, and I'm sure anybody that showed up would say the same thing. So
I'm going to tell Tony you said that because he was a little worried about the event because they had some last minute replacements in some of the roles that day. So
I thought they did.
That's what I told him. I said, no one probably noticed.
No, it was fantastic. It really was. So, yeah. All right. Any other discussions we need for special facilities? Well, again, thank you everybody for being here. And Mr. Mayor, thank you for all of your work again. I know I speak for everybody when we tell you how much we appreciate all the great work that you did and everything on this committee and everything in general. So thank you so much.
God bless you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Appreciate
it. Mr. Chairman, I'm sorry for being late. I couldn't get on my laptop as acting up, so I had to get my phone out.
All right. Well, thank you, Councilman Mitchell. Well, if there's nothing else to come before this committee, we stand adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Easy peasy. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
All right.
All right.
Oh, excuse me. You want to stay and chat with us, Councilman Mitchell?
No, I'm trying to get off. I'm trying to get off this phone. Everything is acting up with me today for some reason.
That's okay. I enjoy seeing you.
All right. Take care. I'm on.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Come on, phone.